Hey everyone, and welcome to Carys Garage. On this episode, we're going to do a fleet update. It's been a while, a few things have changed, and let's talk about our current projects and kind of where we're at with them and what's going to be going on. Before we get started though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. A lot of people, I think I only have like 4% of people subscribing watching the videos. I'm really trying to grow the channel, so I'd really appreciate it. But let's check out the hordes of cars. We're in the backyard area right now. Got the GMC motorhome. There's all the interior we gutted out of it because we're gonna, in the process of the remodeling. Seen that video, I'll put a link in that one down below. This is the most recent one we've picked up. I just did a video on this one as well. It's the Celebrity Diesel. Just trying to find some parts for it and get that guy going. I sold the Citroen Traction Avant, the 1957. This is where the Rambler's sitting here now. Still have the Citroen 2CV. I was actually in the process of selling it and decided that I couldn't do it. So I still have it. It really won't take a huge amount to get it going. I just need to get some good tires for it so it'll roll and do some work to it. And then, it runs, needs some work, but I can definitely get it going. And it's such a rare, unique car that I just couldn't bring myself to sell it. Rambler still runs and drives fine. The exhaust fell out of it though, so I need to put an exhaust system on it and still figure out the fuel tank. So that's kind of on the back burner right now. I would like to get going on that at some point. This car, the 67 Corvair 500 four-door, lime green as we call it, is kind of taking some precedence to get it running, but we'll talk about that here in a minute because I've got some stuff on the other side. 60 International, I recently actually just got some very hard to get parts for it. So we got a drive shaft, and I'm going to put some new U-joints in it and a center support bearing, fix a starter, and then it should actually run. I gotta do a little bit of work to the brakes and it'll be able to be driven under its own power. 74 Sunbug. All this needs is a brake master cylinder and to fix the fuel line in the pan, in the tunnel, and then it can be driven. It's just I've been kind of lazy on this one, but it's very close. It runs and drives fine. It just doesn't have fuel and half the brakes don't work. The 72 GMC, I think I'm actually going to be selling this either to the guy I got it from, or figure out I don't really want to sell it, but I'm trying to think realistic if this is a project I'm ever going to get to. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still on the fence about that one. 63 Dodge, custom 880. It runs and drives fine. It has no exhaust system and some rust. Really, it's putting an exhaust in it, doing a little bit more work to it, but that's kind of still on the back burner, like I said. 71 Chevy C10. This one's actually going to be getting a bunch of work done to it here soon. I've got the 283 in the garage. It's very close. I've got to do some work on a couple of the fasteners on the manifold and then pull this engine out that's really tired and be able to step that engine in and actually have a fairly good running truck. I recently also got some square body mirrors, kind of towing camp mirrors that we're going to put on to have better mirrors because it only has one and it now has a camper shell on it from the 84 C10. And not having mirrors is kind of sketchy and only having one. So I've got two mirrors and we're going to go ahead and put those on. The bus runs and drives. I need to order carb rebuild kits and convert it to the dual carbs. That's kind of on the docket to do at some point. I'd like to get it done, but too many projects, but that'll get done here soon. 7 Series, I have no idea what we're going to do with this thing yet. I need to be able to plug in a computer and diagnose a couple of things and see if the transmission really is bad. I really don't know. Zig runs and drives decently. The fuel pump is definitely going out. It's a little finicky right now, so I've got a replacement fuel pump to put in it. That won't take too long, so hopefully this week I'm going to put that in there because I really would like to drive that car more regularly because I love the 535i. Then I talked about the Celebrity, the 6.2 diesel Suburban. It runs and drives. It's recently been popping the fuse for the instrument panel, which I think is a little odd. I don't know why it's doing that, so I need to figure that out. And I recently just got a really rare part for this thing. We'll talk about when we go to the other side because it's going to make for some really awesome progress of some stuff I want to do to this thing. Now that we're to the other side of the hordes, the Lincoln still runs and drives fine. We drive it regularly. I really need to fix that exhaust leak. But I know it's going to be a total nightmare because all the bolts are just, I really don't know how I'm going to deal with that. So I got to figure out a game plan. The parts smart car is all apart. The engine is sitting right there, so we can get it ready to put into the Brabus since that engine's blown up. The Z, I've been having a nightmare of parts with this thing. I finally believe I finally was able to figure out how to get some parts for it that I need. I got kind of messed up with the supply chain issue on it, but it seems to have all sorted out and things are going to be coming in and I'm going to be able to get this thing running and driving very soon. Jacques, the Renault R8, I need one part for it, a clamp for the exhaust, and then I'll be able to actually get that thing going. Got the Honda XL350 that I've been moving around, got running as well, and the Puch moped, that's a whole different story. The Bentley, we still need to do a video on, hopefully here soon, I just need to find time to do it. The 65 Corsa, as you can tell, the engine is out. I cannot film that, unfortunately. I kind of got a little sidetracked. I'm going to clean it up, tear it down, reseal the entire thing. It's been sitting for such a long time and leaks like a sieve. And there's the 283 right there that's about ready to go into the 71 C10. Brabus right there. The engine's about ready to come out, so we'll be able to get the good replacement engine and get that thing running again. And then, what else? The International Scout is not here. It's actually being rented for a TV show locally, so I should be getting that thing back in February. I did some more work to it. The GTI, it works perfectly fine, and then over in the corner there's the S10. And the other ones you don't see is I sold the Triumph Spitfire. I had a friend that really was interested in it, and they wanted it, and I had to come to terms with the fact that I have way too many projects, and really big projects like that, I can't really realistically see myself getting to, because I want to get so many other cars going. And the 44 BSA M20 I sold to a very good friend of mine who loves it dearly. He wanted it very badly, and I believe he's definitely going to love it. So I went to that good home. And then also the Puch, which is in the garage. I'm waiting on some pistons for it. The Ford Explorer Sport Trek is not ours. It's being borrowed right now because, yeah, anyways. But as you can see, I had lots and lots of projects. And I actually just got a call from Napa, so I'm going to go pick up the glow plugs for the Celebrity to continue doing the video on that guy. And yeah, that's where we're currently at right now towards the end of 2022. Hopefully I'll be able to start really getting a lot more projects pushed along. My energy levels are quite a bit better. I'm able to wrench a bit more and, you know, still fighting the current climate of it being cold here, but it's not too bad. And I'm going to be filming a lot more for you guys to be able to see and enjoy and try and get some of this stuff done. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and catch you all on the next videos of all of the random cars. Have a good one.